I want to get into this. I want to get into that phone call before the wedding. The wedding is the next day, and you call your ex. Hey, Selena and Crockett, 100.7 LEV. We're talking about
Girl.
Brittany. And you know what? This is why, because we were talking about this during training, but this is why, okay, you have that night. You're supposed to be separate. Whoever you're marrying, it's your last night before you become a union. So usually the bride sleeps in a separate room, the groom sleeps in a separate room, right? Or separate location. And that's your last hurrah. So I bet you this happens more than you think, calling an ex just as a final, would you call it a peace call? Is that what it was? Just say your last.
I didn't call it a peace call. This is coming from Kevin Federline's new book. He tells Entertainment Tonight that Britney Spears called Justin Timberlake the night before their wedding to say her final piece.
I don't think he was there.
Not like a peace call.
I don't think Kevin Federline was there.
He says, I was like, what's wrong? I thought she was talking to her mom on the phone or something, and maybe she was having doubts, and she told me she was on the phone with Justin. He kind of stepped back. He said, did I just hear you right? What's going on? I immediately was like, okay, we don't have to do this. I didn't care if we got married or not. She then told me, no, I just wanted to make sure that everything is done. I want to make sure that I say my final piece. And I'm like, damn, on the night before our wedding, this is what you decide to do.
Wow. So he was there.
Yeah, he was. Front row seat.
Well, listen, it's not like she invited Justin over for her last hurrah. I mean, it was a conversation.
I don't know what part of the phone call he walked in on.
They grew up together. I think she was very close to. No. Was he invited to the wedding? He wasn't invited to the wedding, though. I take it, right? Or wait, was there a wedding, like an actual, or was it justice of the peace?
Let's roll back the clock here a little bit, Selena.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure, we will.
It's the night before your wedding.
Yeah.
You walk in, and Ethan is on the phone with his long established previous girlfriend.
Not worried. You have enough confidence. It's a phone call. If the person came over, I would wonder what's going on.
I don't know that I believe you. Okay, so
really?
if Ethan's ex called him today, how would you feel about that?
She's looking for advice on radio commercials. Really? I'm not kidding. Like, I'm not. I mean, my eyebrow would go up like, hey, what's going on? But come on. I trust my husband.
I get that, but the night before, think about that. They're calling a person that they loved. Not only that, but like everybody knew it. Like you brought up Mickey Mouse Club. Like these two, their relationship was not a secret. This was the pop couple that everybody wanted together at that time. And all of a sudden you walk in and they're on the phone together the night before you're supposed to decide about a major development in your life.
I think I'd rather.
I need to say a last piece.
So she told her future husband that she was on the phone. She didn't try to hide it, right? If she tried to hide it, that's suspect. But she told him. He's like, what are you doing? Because he thought she was on the phone.
What are you having that phone call for? Why do you need to have that phone call if there's not any sort of emotional thing there?
Yeah.
If it's done, it's done. That's it. And you're happy with where you're going to be. Like, you don't need to have.
I know. This was a conversation. So I know my husband and I talked about, past relationships, and we got married later. When I say later in life, we got married in our 30s. And I always remained friends with my exes. It wasn't like a big deal. But my husband did say, he's like, he didn't understand. He's like, I don't talk to my exes. I don't understand.
Yeah. And we're also talking about a casual conversation here and there. This is the night before their wedding. The night before their wedding,
She was
she's
honest
calling
about
to
it.
say her last piece? What is that?
Or get a piece? Wait, is it last piece, like P-E-A-C-E, or get a piece? Which one is it? It's a big difference. There's a big difference.
Doesn't matter.
Which one is
Because
it?
even if she doesn't get the piece, but she wants the piece, that's a big problem. Jennifer, good morning. Joan, good morning, kids. I'm going to be with Team Crockett here. Not sure I trust him. Jennifer, interesting conversation. Listen, so I am aware of a situation like this with a group of my friends that
You've
happened.
seen it firsthand. Okay. And these
I've
aren't
seen
celebrities.
it firsthand.
All right.
And I know these people.
Yeah.
And
Ooh.
I know the history.
What they're capable of.
And no, like I remember I heard this after both of them got married and all this stuff. Heard it and I was just like, oof. Kind of a bad look. Like felt bad in it now for their significant others because I know they were both in. It wasn't like they just got married to somebody in like a 6-month period. They were both in longer term relationships before they got married. And I was just like, damn, that's God.
Are they still together?
All of them are still together.
Okay. All right. And it was a conversation. It wasn't a physical, I got to see you one last night.
It was a conversation, but
yeah.
What do you, I guess my point is you're being very nonchalant about this. What am I texting an ex about the night before my wedding about? I'm not like,
just been like,
are you
can you
watching
believe
Task?
it?
Like we're not.
And this was before she could do her dance videos on social media. So,
well,
right.
Yeah,
so it really was just a phone call.
Been a lot going on there. Kevin's put a lot out in that book about Britney Spears, but Michael, good morning.
They've all dealt with a lot, honestly. It's a different beast,
Let
man.
me tell you something. No, you know what? No, you know what?
Well,
we'll talk about it on the air if you want to.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
All right, have a good morning, everybody.